everybody, we're taking these notes down. We're paying attention. I'm going to teach you something new in a moment. This is just a review from Monday. So on Monday, I taught you that you have to distribute. Now, Damien, we got to make sure that we distribute to the second number. It affects your answer tremendously if you don't multiply that second number. So the first one is 2 times x plus 2 times 4. You got to make sure you give the outside number to everything inside, including that back number. Don't ignore that back number. It has feelings. Equals 30. So 2 times x is just 2x plus 2 times 4 is 8 equals 30. So this was like the additional step that you guys just learned on Monday. So now we're going to draw our bars. And can someone help me? What is the first number that I move? And how do I move it?
8.
And how do I move it?
Minus 8.
Awesome,
and
guys.
then 8 on the other side.
Beautiful. So minus 8 on both sides. All right. So what's 30 minus 8?
22.
22 on this side equals what's left on this side. Over here, we got rid of all of this. We're just left with 2x. How do I move the 2? How do I get rid of the 2?
Divided by 2.
Beautiful. I love it, guys. I love the participation today. Divide by 2, divide by 2. So that eliminates the 2's. I no longer have them. I'm left with x equals, what's 22 divided by 2?
11.
11. So that means that x equals 11. That's what we solved for right now. Okay? So that's our first step. That's what we learned on Monday. Now we're going to make it just a teeny bit harder. Teeny bit. Okay. Just nothing too radical. All right, are we ready? We got our thinking caps on. All right. So I'm going to use 5x plus 6 equals negative 14. All right. So what is the first thing I should do?
The 6.
The 6. How am I going to move the 6?
Minus 6.
Yes. Okay, so I'm going to put my bars. And I'm going to do a minus 6 on this side. And a minus 6 on the other side. And I'm going to draw my line. Now, this is where your little, like, I don't know, your antlers back here go, boop. Oh my gosh, I see something that Miss Lamelli does not like. She does not like this. So right here, if I rewrite it as negative 14 minus 6, this makes me sad. Quite sad. So how do I rewrite it to make me happy?
Negative 14 plus negative 6.
Very, very, very good. So I would rewrite it as negative 14 plus negative 6. That makes me happy. Okay? So it is okay that you wrote minus 6 on this side and minus 6 on this side. That's perfect. That's the correct step. Once we get on this side and you realize, like, oh no, she's going to get mad. Well, let me change it to make her happy. You have to do it. Like, I make a joke out of it, but in reality, that's the correct math you have to do. I just try to present it in a fun way for you guys to remember. Okay, what is negative 14 plus negative 6?
Negative 20.
Negative 20. So on this side, we actually get negative 20. All of this is negative 20. Equals 5x. Now, how do I move the 5?
Divided by 5.
Divide this by 5. Divide this by 5. Very good. So I'm left with x equals, what's negative 20 divided by 5?
Negative 4.
Negative 4. So we have to go back and remember the rules. You might want to write this down on the side. A negative divided by a positive equals a negative, right? And if I have a negative divided by a negative, what's a negative divided by a negative?
Positive.
A positive, right? And what if it's multiplication? What if it's a negative times a positive?
Negative.
Negative, yeah, multiplication. And then what if I have a negative times a negative? What does that equal?
Positive.
A positive. So maybe you might want to write this down because you're going to need it for today's work. Okay, just a quick little review. Like if I have a negative divided by a positive, it's going to be a negative. That's what we have right here. A negative divided by a positive, my answer is a negative. Okay, so we're going to be dealing with some negatives today. Yay. All right, let's try doing this one. Negative 4x plus 8 equals let me think. Equals 48. Okay. All right. Don't fear it. Let's just do it. Okay. So first thing is we're going to draw our bars. Okay. Now what?
We do -8.
Minus 8. Minus 8. Okay, so far we're okay, right? No biggie, no biggie. Over here, 48 minus 8. What's 48 minus 8? 40 equals negative 4x. Now what?
Now you remove the 4.
Now I move the negative 4. Move the negative 4. How do I move the negative 4? Divide. I'm going to divide by negative 4. We keep the same number. Divide by negative 4. What is x equal to? What's 40 divided by negative 4?
Negative 10.
Negative 10. Remember, a positive divided by a negative is equal to a negative, okay? A positive divided by a negative is equal to a negative. We're okay so far?
Yes.
Okay. All right. What if I give you x plus 15 divided by 2 is equal to let's do 20. Now, this looks a little different, right? I'm not sure if I've shown you this before. Do you see how this division line is through everything? It's like one big fraction. Do you guys see how it's like one big fraction? Well, we're still going to be solving it the same way. We're still going to be drawing our bars, right? Now, which number do I move first? This is a little bit tricky. Which number do I move first?
15.
Usually it's 15. But do you see how it's all the way down here, right? So this is going to be a little bit different. So when they look like this, you're actually going to move the bottom number first. So when the fraction bar goes through everything, you're going to move the 2 first. I know usually it's the 15. I know it's kind of sometimes hard, but when it's like this, you're going to move the 2 first. What's the difference? Let me grab a scratch paper. When it looks like when it's x over 2 plus 15 equals 20, do you guys see how this one is just right here? The 2 is just underneath the x like that. Then you would move the 15 first. But because there's this big fraction line, we're going to move the 2 first. Okay? And we only move it first because of how it's written. So, over here, it looks really hard, really complicated, like, oh my God, what is going on? But in reality, all you did right there is just you eliminated that. That's it. So we have x plus 15 equals, what's 20 times 2?
40.
40. 40. Then I am going to go minus 15 minus 15. X equals
25.
25. Awesome. Okay. So if it's written like a big fraction, you're going to move the bottom number first. So let's do a similar one. X minus 10 divided by negative 3 is equal to, let's say, negative 4. Let's try this one. Looks hard. There's a lot of stuff going on, but it's really easy. First off, draw your bars. The importance of showing your work. Which number am I going to move first?
Negative 3.
Negative 3. How do I move it?
Times negative 3.
Times negative 3. So on this side, I'm going to write times negative 3. On this side, I'm going to write times negative 3. All this looks really hard, but all you just did is eliminated that part. And that's it. So we're left with x minus 10 is equal to, what's negative 4 times negative 3?
12.
12. Okay, what's our last step?
Plus 10.
Plus 10 on this side, plus 10 on this side. So x equals
22. 32.
Whoa, 22. 22. 22. We okay? So far, so good? All right. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. So I'm going to put you, let's see, 30 minutes. Yeah. I'm going to actually do one more problem, and then we'll break out. Let's say. All right. I had one of my first period students ask me about this one. I'm like, oh, well, let me show you. Okay. We're going to draw our bars here. Okay. We want x by itself. It's written a little bit different, but you're still using your same basic skills. Now, which number do I move first?
Negative 8.
Negative 8. How do I move it?
Plus 8. Put it under the 8.
I know, but operation. Plus 8. Okay. There's two ways to do it. We'll go with plus 8. So we're going to go with plus 8, plus 8. Okay. So here we're left with 2x. We kind of ignore that addition sign. Equals, what's 24 plus 8?
32.
32. Divide by 2, divided by 2. What is x equal to?
16.
16? Yeah, you're right. 16. All right, any questions on this? It's a lot. It is a lot. And remember, we have office hours, and we also